I think it's a great idea. You tell me if you think it's a great idea. But when I said we were going to feature you on the top 5 at 5, I said, well, you know, we usually sit around every day and we try to pick the 5 songs. And I said, well, it'd be cool, I think, if we pick her top 5 of her own group. So what were your favorite top 5 songs that you guys recorded? You know, and then we roll with that. What you think about that? Because look, nobody can.
I think that's good. Also, I was also on a song with like Jonell Jones. I don't think a lot of people knew that. So even if there's something we can put in where people didn't even know, like maybe you could put that single in, or Change Your Faces, because that's one of my favorite songs too.
That's exactly why this. That's exactly why it's good to do this way. You know what I mean? Because those are things that people may not know. And this is what you feel like is the best 5 songs you contributed to in the music industry. You know what I mean?
It's Wednesday. We halfway there though.
It's hump day.
It is.
It's time. We got to get over the hump.
True.
Can we do it today with this music?
I think we can. I got faith in us.
Of course. That's what we do.
That didn't sound like no faith whatsoever. That sounded like you was really disgusted with me asking you that, and you just said, "Yeah, we'll do it, dude. Shut up."
Yeah, sarcasm too much on point.
Oh man.
Yes. Hey, we got a show lined up for you today. As we told you yesterday, we have Cassandra Lucas from Changing Faces coming through. She's gonna spend the 5 o'clock hour with us, and we're gonna get to that Changing Faces top 5 at 5, and only here on the People Station of Power 88, we're going to feature her 2 new cuts as a solo artist. So
you know, now you got the song stuck. Do you mind if I stone you? That's in my head now. That was my song. I ain't going to talk about why that's my song, but it is my song.
We don't want to know why that's your song. Don't nobody want to know that. Tanisha, don't nobody want to know.
Hey, be quiet.
I'm just saying.
We grown.
I'm just saying. You thought the kids was grown. You know what you told me? Y'all.
I already met you, but how are you, baby?
I hug her too tight. Chris outside. Wait a minute, y'all. Chris probably locked up.
Hey, how are you? Don't worry, we're gonna set
You ready? Ready?
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
You nervous? These some crazy dudes in here, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no. Hi, I didn't meet you. How are you?
DJ Slim.
Hi, DJ Slim.
Nice to meet you.
Cassandra, nice to meet you too.
You excited? Cassandra Lucas in the building, y'all. Bomb Squad Radio. You know how we do.
I'm the camera guy, Crazy D.
Crazy D.
Crazy D.
Crazy D.
Very excited. Excited to be. We're in the building. Cassandra in the building. We're doing our thing. New Yorkers, Brooklyn, Harlem. Come on. It's the only way we do it, man. The New York takeover. It's Power 88. Bomb Squad.
D-Wax.
Y'all lit up in here.
Power 88, the People Station, the Bomb Squad's in the building. Is going down, and as promised, y'all, the Queen is in the building.
Aww.
She's here. She has arrived. She's touched down, and I'm gonna tell you, she ain't got on no glass slippers. This ain't no Cinderella thing.
No, let's talk about them glass slippers. She came in. Look, I told her, I said, do you want to stand or you want to sit down? She said, let me sit down because my feet hurt because of these heels.
Let me tell
You're not supposed to tell that on. Oh, that's a woman thing.
Stuff.
Okay.
I was just over there doing drops.
The real.
Shoes were off.
This the
and they
real.
about to come off right now. Right
good.
side. See?
She dropped down about way up under me now. Like, wait.
She went from 5'11" to
5 foot.
She dropped down.
I'm 5 and a half.
You dropped down like a 6'4" Chevy.
There you go. Want me to go back up?
So, of course, we have Cassandra Lucas here from
Changing Faces. Yes, that's me.
Let me tell you right now, 93, 94, that song
94.
came out. Let me say 94 came out.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
I was only 14.
Uh-huh.
But I was singing that song. And my mom gave me that eye. She gave me that stank eye and was like, what you talking about stroking? What you know about that? I didn't know. I don't know, Mama. I don't
What
know
you talking about, Willis?
No questions on that subject. Nope, not at all.
Well, you know, a good melody is a good melody. You know what I mean? So she's singing the melody. She ain't stroking.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Not at 14.
No, not at all.
Where did the group originate? Where you guys from?
We're from New York.
New York City.
Yeah, I'm from Manhattan, and Sharice is from the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're from New York. Born and raised, both of us. Born
Y'all
and
put
raised.
it all together in New York City. The chemistry came together, and before you know it, boom, you got a hit record.
And a lot of people assumed we were from Chicago because that first single was written by R. Kelly, and they were like, "Oh, they're Chicago, and we were like, "No." What happened was, back then, remember R. Kelly was with, I think it was Public Announcement. That's what he came out with, right? So we heard their single, and we were like, "Oh, this group is kind of high." It was the Aaron Hall kind of feel. Remember R. Kelly and Aaron Hall had that like battle thing. So we were like, "This is kind of hot." When we found out that he wrote it and produced it, we were like little nobodies with our demo.
Okay.
With Big B Records, and we were like, "Well, let's see if we can get him." And like the whole room was like, I mean, I think their single just went gold, Honey Love or whatever the song was. And we were like, so just send our demo and see what happens.
Right.
And the rest is history. Then you from there you had Stroke You Up, you had Fooling Around. He heard our demo, he called the label, he said he wants to work with us.
Wow.
And there we have Changing Faces.
Having that, it was hard for most of us, you know. We still haven't had a single like Stroke You Up yet.
Wait. Rewind. It took us 5 to 6 years to get a record deal.
Okay.
Like we were knocking on doors, and it was I don't want to have anybody think that that's an easy road.
And for everybody that's out there, as far as people that want to get in the music industry, how old were you when you started?
Late 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so at that point, how old were you when the hit came out?
Right. No, when I started singing, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, singing. 12 years old, 11 years old. I went to Performing Arts High School, Music and Art in New York. So did Sharice, and that's how we met.
Oh, gotcha.
Like the Fame School. That's where we went. Yeah. So we went there. We met. Yeah.
What was it like as far as working with R. Kelly? At that point, he wasn't as big as R. Kelly is now, right?
Yeah. Everybody asked me that with all the craziness or whatever. It was great. Like he was just like a big brother to us. Really.
I'm so happy it was a big brother.
we have a great experience.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Listen.
Look.
Look at this.
You can laugh if you want to, because I'm sure people are asking you that question with everything that's surrounding him and stuff like that. During that time frame, because in 90, I'm trying to think, 94, was that Aaliyah's album had already came out around that time, or was it right after?
Aaliyah's, I think, probably right after us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were all on the same label.
Gotcha.
So Aaliyah, but she was with her uncle Barry Hankerson with I think it's Blackground or whatever. And we were with Big Beat Atlantic, and they were Blackground Atlantic. So it was like the same.
So no crazy stuff happened.
And that was, remember, now we've recycled back to independence, because that's when independents were heavy then too. You had like Eddie F and all of them over there, and you had Spoiled Rock, and you had all these independent labels merging with the big labels. I feel like now we're
real independent.
Yeah, we're
right
real independent.
Real independent.
But you know, it's some good to it. And then coming from old school like me, I feel a little like a fish out of water. But it's you gotta like adjust. You have to go with the times.
You got the talent, you have the talent, right? When you have the voice, you have the voice.
Yeah, it's just a lot of voices now.
Do you think that your independence? I heard you really got excited when we talked about that. I listened to your new single, and I read up about your new single. Your new single crossed over to the gospel charts as well. Do you feel like you can put more of you on the record, being independent, or than being dictated to what you should make?
Bing. Right answer. There it is. There it is. And so that's why I said it's harder. Because like we know you just tap in a name and 500 Cassandras are gonna come up on YouTube, so you have a lot to compete with, because we're dealing with the whole world now. We're talking about China, Korea, here, there. Everybody's on the internet, so it's not you can get lost in the sauce because it's a lot of people. But it's easier when you're able to independently do what you want to do. Whatever,
because it can reflect who you are.
Yeah,
you have more creative control.
You're not pigeonholed.
Exactly.
And I know we have our hardcore fans. Of course, I am Cassandra Changing Faces. That's who I am. I am R&B. I'm soul. That's who I'm always gonna have that. But I would also like to be able to fly, spread my wings, and do whatever else I feel like doing. And I think the independent route allows you to do that.
We have that conversation around the studio a lot because. A lot of people, I think, have lost the artistic part of music, and they follow the cookie cutter thing.
Right.
But when you're a true artist like yourself, you put what you want. Your music is a reflection of you. It's like Van Gogh painting a painting.
Right.
When it's done, you're like you don't care if you get no money for it. It's like I'm done. It's finished. It's complete.
Versus putting it on the copying machine and doing
and not even that.
And doing it for the wrong reason.
But let's go back to what you said. Van Gogh doing a painting. You're not gonna he's not gonna give you the same painting he gives her.
Right. Exactly.
It's different.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, why do I have to keep doing the same music over and over again? I don't. I'm more of that. I'm more than that. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't give enough credit to the music listeners.
Right.
That we want to hear something different. I think people do want to hear something different.
Yes.
So I know we have some of your music, of course, here.
I wanted to say that. I want y'all to know she's so artistic that she put together our top 5 at 5. This is not our top 5 at 5. This is Cassandra's top 5 at 5 of the songs that she felt were the greatest songs that she performed
Well,
on.
that not even the greatest, because there's some album cuts that. Like, I held off with the album cuts. I wanted to make sure that if the Chord Changing Faces listeners were listening, they got to reminisce and hear what we did.
Because you're taking us back.
Yeah.
I might have flashbacks when we listen to some of these songs.
That's what music does to you.
It does.
Takes you back in time, right?
And one of them tracks makes me angry, but we'll get to that
Well,
later.
let's get angry. Let's get happy.
So tell us about song number 5.
Okay.
Get Out.
Get Out.
That's the one right there.
That's it. We getting ready to get angry up in here, girl. That is like the ladies' anthem. When that song was out, like if we come to the radio station, I kid you not, we felt like we were like counselors. The phones would ring. Girl, let me tell you, he just did this and that. Blah, blah, blah. We had everybody.
Let me tell you, you know how they feel about Beyonce? To the left,
Right.
everything in the box to the left. Get it. This was the original.
Right.
Get your stuff, get out.
Yes.
Farewell. History.
But leave half the rent.
Yes.
Yes. See, you forgot that.
Go ahead and play that. We might start some arguments in the car right now where you're
I was
listening.
gonna come with
We're
something.
sorry, we apologize, but hey, we gotta get out there.
What you get mad for? We should be mad.
Whatever,
We don't want to get told. Get
I
out.
had to take half.
You know who this man is?
I do gotta tell you that with I Love You and Music and a Beat, the first person really on the planet to play it was Holiday.
What's who?
The guy with the big nose, the one you be talking about. You know? That's my man.
Crazy D.
That's my man.
I like
Holiday.
DJ
Cool.
Holiday. And the original
Holiday
DJ
cool.
Holiday.
Why did you give it to him first? That's what
Actually, you know what?
We gotta do it.
Either it was Flex,
Hey, get out.
Felly Fel, DJ Nuff,
You gotta give it to Flex first. You have to.
or Holiday.
Give the Flex. You gonna give the Flex first? Flex will never play you
I
regular.
kind of like close my eyes. I kind of like close my eyes.
That's true.
Then when I touched down here, when I touched down here, I was listening to the station, and I was like, "Who is this on the radio in Las Vegas?" It sounded like I'm actually playing at the Shadow in New York 15 years ago.
Wow.
Stuff I'd heard in like 10, 15 years.
Y'all don't know,
And I had to hit my man Dane about it. He said, "Oh yes, my man, yeah, Holidays with Full Circle Radio to the show." And I said, "Yo," as soon as I
When he
got the
called me?
single, had to give it to him.
As soon as he called me, he says it's Jonathan Dark. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, my dude, what's good? Yo, if you check his discography and see all the records this man has made, it'll blow your mind, my dude. It'll blow your mind. You wanna talk about legendary club DJ? Yo, forget it, bro. You be in your car leaving the club at night, or just going to the club 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? Kiss or BLS. We got Jonathan Darker on the mix every night, bro. Every night, the man gets shit in. He gets shit in.
And look at him. And look at him. He just humble. He just
And sadly, the clubs are leaving
You
now.
find out the records that he did is from his
That was thanks. He was talking, and then like soon as you start talking,
Yes,
he
he was like,
you about to say something about me? He's gonna stop. He's gonna stop. Keep going.
I hate that about
Check in the mail.
that.
Check in the mail.
We know stuff from way back, and kids be like, yeah, I know all about that. I can't stand it.
We were right in the
We had to go get an encyclopedia. We didn't look out
Even with that check, see, I was checking the time. I was like, all right, he's going a little long. Could have kept it at 15 seconds. He's like, 30 now.
I knew when I was talking to you though. I knew you was a good dude. But when I talked to you on the phone, I said, "This bro, all right." Then you put me right with her, and she got to talking. I said, "You put a while together."
Brian got skills.
We welcome y'all.
You ever see anybody kiss the ass face of the man? I thought you we even got me.
Hold it. 1, 2. I'm standing here with Cassandra Lucas. She's putting out dope music.
Listen to
That's
this
right.
man.
All right.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, baby.
Now I want to really introduce Miss Cassandra Lucas to you again. If you don't know who's in the building, we got Changing Faces on. Cassandra Lucas hanging out with us for Top 5 at 5, and she gave us her top 5 songs from the group. So we can move into something a little bit different though, right?
Yeah. Am I on?
Well, you are on.
Oh, I am? Okay, I didn't hear myself.
You are
Because I don't
definitely.
have my headphones on. How about
that'll
that?
work.
That will work. That will make it all happen.
The 420 crew. The ears need to be.
There I go. I'm with you now.
You supposed to be like you supposed to like turn on my mic. My mic sounds nice. 1, 2.
My mic sounds nice.
Yeah.
1, 2.
There you go. See? She sung it. No, that's a true singer. This next song is coming up, the number 3 song. It's not a Changing Faces song, but it's a song that you were featured on with Donnell Jones. Tell us how that came about.
We were working with him around 2005, 2004, and we were in the studio writing and producing. Route 80 produced it. That's my husband's a part of that team, and we were all producing, writing. And we was like, that would be a hot idea, and we did like a duet kind of together with the girl guy kind of thing. And Donnell is just off the chain.
He's bad.
He is.
I was
He's like-
around the LaFace era when he was working with Usher.
Yeah,
He was writing for Usher, and I just like wow. When you would see him come in the room, and you knew something powerful was gonna come out at the end of the session.
Super duper talent.
Dope.
So him with Route 80 and myself, we came up with Special Girl, and it's like one of my favorites. It just has a special place in my heart, and not a lot of people know, because then I was just on chill mode,
Right.
just trying to figure out this music industry thing. But I've always been a writer. We've always written. I mean, a lot of our singles that you hear on the radio, maybe Stroke You Up, Fooling Around, that was written by R. Kelly, but 12 out of the 15 songs on our album we wrote ourselves.
Wow.
So we're writers
didn't know that.
first. Yeah, see, people don't know. So
That's heavy.
we're writers first. So that's
I heard
what
you
we
say
do.
something though,
Uh-huh.
and it's very rare. I know very few people that have that ability to work in this industry with their spouse.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I have 2 friends, Delta Grote and Shirley Murdoch, that are great friends of mine.
Shirley!
And I watched them from the 80s with Zapp when they weren't married come together, and they just put together this powerhouse thing, man. And how does that feel?
And that
working?
it was that kind of a situation. We weren't married then.
Right.
Now we are. To connect on that level is a beautiful thing.
You have an
just
advantage.
Have to.
You have a big advantage because he knows you
connect
better than anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he
It's
can write for you or
Such
produce.
a blessing.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
a great tool
You
to
just-
have.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a great tool to have
Yes.
your husband be your manager, be your producer, be a part of the creative process.
Right.
Where
yeah.
is
Well,
he?
we make money.
Where's
He's
brother
on a
man at,
conference call when we came. He was like, "Oh my God, can y'all?" He asked me and Jonathan, "Can y'all handle it? I just gotta go on the phone."
Chris,
We
bro,
gotta
get
him-
inside,
No,
come on.
right? Yeah. But it's the best. They did "You Know That I Love You" for Donnell Jones. Route 80 did that song for them. So that's my husband, and yeah. So.
All right, well, without any further ado, we're going to move right into song number 3 right here on the People Station. I'm going to let you introduce this.
Special Girl. Donnell Jones featuring Cassandra Lucas. Look it up, y'all.
Them youngsters don't have this man's catalog. Y'all better respect. This is Jonathan Duncan. Y'all need to respect that right there. You a DJ, you know anything about music, y'all know his name. Run off a couple of your records, your biggest records.
Do we have enough time? No.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh!
Yo, exactly.
Wait a minute.
No, this.
Wait a minute.
Listen very
The
carefully.
modesty just ended right there.
Yo,
Hey,
listen very. Tell you what, give them just 5.
Well, the first real big project I did was '87, where I remixed all the singles off of Key Sweat's album. So I did I Wanna, Make It Last Forever, Don't Stop Your Love. Then I did this remix for these 3 girls named TLC called I'm Pretty, which went platinum. Was like #2 pop single for them. And I also did Bootylicious for Destiny's Child off their album. Missy Elliott did one for what was the hip hopper thing that she did? Carmen, yeah, for MTV. And I did the official single off the album. I've worked with Maxwell. I've worked with the late Gerald Levert, Freddie Jackson, and a lot of folks over the years. So I've definitely put some mileage in this business.
Have you worked with this guy? Is this new guy named B.Tims?
You know, I heard about him.
You heard about him? He all right, man. He got 6 toes on 1 foot, but besides that, he doing pretty good music.
Actually, you know what? The 6-toe thing, that was the shaky part I heard. You know, that I need to stay away from, because if we could be in studio together under 6 toes,
There was a man named 6-Toe.
You know, it's gonna mess with my concentration. But you know, we could definitely talk more about him. You know, off camera.
I'm his manager. I'll be sure to give you some information on him before you leave. How about that? Bless your heart, don't you fart.
Always quiet.
No, all jokes aside, come on. It's your song.
People driving Las Vegas like, what is this? Faces, man.
Set it up, right?
I learned from Roger himself. I was an engineer for like 3 years, and then all this
On that Tory Trace that you had? On that Tory Trace that you had?
That was tight.
Hello, Cat. On Power 88, you got to know you got it locked in right now with my girl Cassandra Lucas. She's putting it down for us, and she's representing her group, Changing Faces.
Yeah.
But right now, what are you got some new material that we want to let the people know about, and give us a little bit of this first song, I Love You. Let us know what's happening with this is our Monster Headphone song of the day. They're our sponsors, and we got you highlighted in a hot position right here. We want everybody to hear your new material.
That is awesome. And I love that like I love you, which is my single that you're about to play. It's about loving life, loving the one you with, loving the man upstairs. It's just love, baby. And I hope you guys love it.
Well, I as I mentioned earlier, I was listening to this song. I'm a gospel listener, and I heard something in it before I read about it. Then I read about it, and it said this song actually crossed over to gospel charts as well. Did you intend that to happen, or is this just another thing we talked about earlier, where you just put yourself in the song?
It. That's
this is
it.
you. This is you.
When I write, the music speaks to me first, and that is what the music called for. And there we have it. This is just me, and that's what I'm here to do. Me, nobody else. Cassandra Lucas.
So can you say this is actually a greater representation of you and who you are versus what you were doing when you were doing the Changing Faces music?
I can't say that. My music, I'm made up of gospel, R&B, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. I have it all. Like you're actually a library. You eat all this music. You eat it. What's gonna come out?
Can I say, Cassandra, you do got a little country in you because you got your shoes off.
I have my shoes. I have my shoes off. These shoes are not treating me right now, so they gotta get off.
And she's come bearing gifts, guys.
Yes.
And the gifts that she bears, there's a little bit of Southern in there somewhere.
Well,
She
my
went down south for real.
mama's from Sumter, South Carolina. My daddy's from Raleigh, North Carolina. So I am
There it
a
is.
Southern girl.
There it is. So if you got that in you, we all want to know in the building, when's the fish fry?
Oh God, a fish fry? Are you kidding me? I know what a fish. And you go with no shoes, and you sit and get it right. Everything is in a fish fry.
I heard that. Well, we gonna get y'all caught up right now to what she's doing right now. This is brand new music from Miss Cassandra Lucas. Why do I keep saying Lewis?
Because you one of Jerry's kids. You thinking about Jerry Lewis. We know what you thinking about.
The one is in the building.
Holiday.
Coming through. What's up, my dude?
Maintain it, man. You know I had to be here for this.
Hey, man.
If I can get a quick second, Cassandra, thank you so much for coming. I love both of your singles, and I want to thank my main man, Jonathan Donker.
Hey.
You guys,
Oh yes.
this
they did.
man, y'all, is a club legend, a
Hey.
producing legend.
Never heard of him.
I remember him from the 80s, killing every club in New York. He was on BLS, he was on Kiss FM, and thank you very much for giving me both of the singles, my brothers. You got a couple of winners, and as far as I know, it's in rotation here. You hear that, Benzo?
Oh
It's in
yes.
rotation here.
First man on the planet.
Thank
First
you
man
so
on the
much,
planet.
Holiday. Love
I
you.
appreciate that, man, and thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to play. It's
Thank
great
you
music.
guys for playing it. I really appreciate it.
As far as it
From the
hitting the
bottom of
gospel,
my heart.
the gospel and all, I had to talk with God, and we decided we was gonna play the record, be everywhere. That was me too. Did you know that? Did you know I was one of the 12 disciples?
You're old enough. No, I'm still
Okay.
We got the Monster Headphone song of the day. Cassandra Lucas, I Love You, right here on the People Station, Power 88. He is old enough, y'all. Oh. Brand new music from Cassandra Lucas of Changing Faces. It's called I Love You. And we got yet another Monster Headphone. So you got some heat here, Miss Lucas. I don't know.
I'm trying, and I hope you love it.
Wait a minute. You trying to take over the station, though. I know what's happening here. I see what's going on.
I'm trying to keep it on the low.
Honorary bomb squad member.
Can we initiate her on in?
She's in.
Hello?
Just like that?
She's
I'm
in.
in Vegas.
She's in.
You have it right here. Breaking news. New Bomb Squad member, Cassandra Lucas. We deep, y'all.
Yeah.
We coming to a hood near you. So tell us about this next song, Music
And a
and
beat. It just makes you get on your feet, makes you dance. That's what I felt like doing. You gonna dance? Y'all ready to dance?
You ready to dance?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Now, before we go into the song, how do people find this music on social media? How do
Yes.
they find you on social media? I mean, give us everything.
Well, my IG is I am Cassandra Lucas. You can with Facebook. I'm Cassandra Lucas of Changing Faces.
Okay.
Twitter, Cassandra Lucas of Changing Faces, and Music and a Beat is on Spotify, iTunes, every place. I Love You, YouTube.
Okay.
I Love You on YouTube. It should be probably ready on
She's on
Spotify,
all
iTunes, all platforms. Y'all know what it is.
There it is.
Yeah, and my website, Cassandra'sMusicWorld.com. Go there as well.
Okay.
So you can find me. I'm out there.
She's accessible.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's do this. This is music in a beat. Go ahead and introduce it. I can't do it right. I don't know.
Okay.
Something wrong with me. I might call you
Next
Lewis again.
up is Cassandra Lucas with All I Need Is Music and a Beat.
Woo!
Come on.
I like
All I need is music and a beat. Let me hear y'all.
Yeah.
Come on. All I need is music and a beat. Yeah.
That's Cassandra Lucas right here on Power 88. Number 2 Monster Headphone song of the day is going down. Y'all keep it locked. The Bomb Squad in the building.